Part 2. Selena never imagined that a piece of rotting fruit could send someone to the emergency room. "I didn't think it would make us sick," Martha whined, falling right back into her usual routine. "I was just trying to save you money. You work yourself to the bone every single day, and it's not easy making a living. Your wife spends money like water. I was just feeling sorry for you, Tommy." This time, Brad was finally out of patience. "You sure know how to save," Brad snapped, his voice dripping with sarcasm. "The first time you froze yourselves, it cost a few thousand. When Dad fell, it cost 20 grand. And this time, it's going to be 50 grand, minimum. Tell me exactly where are the savings." "You're blaming me?" Martha's volume instantly skyrocketed. "If it weren't for me pinching every penny, could you have gone to college? Could you have afforded a wife? Could you be living in a massive condo right now? Now that your life is good, you blame me? What's the point of me even being alive?" Screaming, she threw her legs over the edge of the hospital bed and lunged toward the window. Brad panicked and grabbed her around the waist. "I didn't mean it like that. Now that I'm making money, I just wanted you guys to have a better life. I worked hard my whole life to take the burden off my children. Is that a crime?" Martha howled. No, it's my fault. I shouldn't have said that," Brad pleaded. "From now on, you can do whatever you want." Watching this play out from the doorway, Selena's heart sank like a stone. She had a terrible feeling about where this was going. Her premonition was dead on. The moment Martha was discharged, she immediately ordered Brad to fire the nanny. She declared that she was going to raise her own granddaughter. It was her natural right as a grandmother. Selena flatly refused, but Brad was dead set on obeying his mother's wishes. "My parents wanted to help out at the restaurant, and you said no. My relatives wanted to visit, and you wouldn't let them. Now they just want to watch their own granddaughter, and you're blocking that too?" Brad argued. "You wanted a new house. I bought it. My parents don't know anyone in this city. It's miserable for them to just sit around all day. Let's just treat this as giving them a job." Brad made an ironclad promise. "I already talked to her. If she brings a single scrap of cardboard into this house again, you decide who watches Chloe, and I won't say a word." For the next few days, Martha actually didn't bring any garbage home. Chloe seemed fine. Selena relaxed slightly and threw her energy back into the restaurant's finances. That was until her best friend called her out of the blue. "Selena? I think I just saw your mother-in-law." Her friend's voice was hesitant. She was pushing Chloe across the street, along with a mountain of cardboard boxes. Her friend texted a photo. In the picture, Chloe was shoved underneath the stroller in the tiny mesh storage basket, only a small soot-covered face visible. Strapped securely onto the actual baby seat was a massive, tightly bound stack of flattened cardboard boxes. Selena exploded. She hailed a cab and sped straight back to the complex. Martha was just pushing the stroller up the walkway when Selena intercepted her. "Home early today, huh?" Martha remarked casually. Selena snatched her daughter out of the cramped storage basket. Seeing two thick streaks of black ash smeared under her baby's eyes, Selena's blood boiled. "What is on her face?" Selena demanded, her voice like ice. Martha froze for a second, glanced at the baby, and waved it off dismissively. "Kids are just rowdy. She probably rubbed up against something while playing outside." She lied without missing a beat. Chloe buried her face into Selena's chest, clearly shaken and terrified. "You were dumpster diving, and you got garbage ash all over her." Selena glared at her. "What is your problem?" Martha didn't even try to explain. She just went straight on the offensive. "I'm doing you a favor watching your kid, and you're treating me like a criminal. If you're so capable, watch her yourself." Selena didn't say another word. She held her daughter tightly, turned on her heel, and walked away, leaving Martha screaming curses at her back. Once inside the condo, Selena thoroughly checked her daughter. Aside from the soot and a few paper scraps, she was unharmed. But the reality of the situation was infuriating enough. If that massive stack of heavy boxes had tipped over, it would have crushed the baby. And who knew what kind of toxic bacteria was crawling all over the trash she dug out of the dumpsters? No wonder Martha had agreed so easily not to bring the garbage home. She wasn't bringing it home. She was using the baby's stroller as a cargo cart to haul it straight to the recycling center. Judging by her practice routine, this definitely wasn't her first time. Selena immediately pulled out her phone and called her old nanny. Luckily, she hadn't found a new job yet. Selena sent her a $200 bonus up front, and the nanny agreed to come back the next day. Then she called her own mother to come pick Chloe up temporarily. Once that was sorted, she called Brad and ordered him to come home immediately. Brad and Martha walked through the front door together. "Are you having another episode?" Brad yelled the moment he saw her. My mom said you threw a massive tantrum at her in the courtyard for no reason. What did she even do? She took the kid out for a walk. What's the big deal? Oh, she took her for a walk, all right? Selena snapped. She used the baby stroller to haul cardboard and shoved your daughter into the undercarriage basket. She turned to Brad. You said it yourself. If she hoards again, I decide who watches the kid. Brad turned to his mother. Mom, did you really use the stroller for garbage? What garbage? Martha defended herself loudly. It was just a few clean boxes. I saw them, thought it was a waste to leave them, so I grabbed them. I didn't bring them into the house, did I? Your wife is just a drama queen. She listens to some neighborhood gossip and comes home screaming at me. Exactly, Brad sighed in relief. I knew my mom wouldn't break her promise. It's just a few boxes. Stop overreacting. Selena let out a cold, bitter laugh. She pulled up the photo and slammed the phone onto the coffee table. Just a few boxes? Does this look like just a few? She prioritized a tower of cardboard over the safety of your child. Martha pointed a finger right in Selena's face. You've just hated me from the start. You never wanted me to watch her, so you had someone follow me to dig up dirt. Let me tell you something. This granddaughter belongs to our family. I decide how she's raised. If you don't like it, you can get out. My son could find a million better wives than you. Mom, say less. Brad tugged at her sleeve. Martha violently shoved his hand away. Tell me right now, who calls the shots in this house, me or your wife? When Brad hesitated, Martha immediately bolted toward the balcony, screaming that she was going to jump. Brad frantically tackled her to the floor. Bill, who had been watching from the sofa, chimed in. Is your mother wrong? The kid has our last name. Since when does an outsider get to dictate things? We raised you, we put you through college. Now that we're old, we don't even have the right to watch our own grandchild without being interrogated? Watching Brad's expression shift inch by inch, Selena's heart plummeted into an absolute abyss. The home she had poured 10 years of blood, sweat, and tears into was being shredded to pieces by their casual arrogance. Mom, Dad, of course you guys call the shots in our house, Brad finally said. He turned to Selena. Selena, apologize to my mom. How can you speak to your mother-in-law like that? At the end of the day, she's doing this for our own good. I will ask you one last time, Selena said, her voice eerily calm. When it comes to the safety of our child, are you absolutely sure you're siding with your parents? Of course, my parents have experience raising kids. It saves us a headache. Brad brushed her off, urging her again. Just apologize to my mom and let this go. Stay out of the childcare from now on. Selena laughed. The sheer absurdity of it physically hurt. I gave birth to her. I am responsible for her. If you choose to follow your parents, then we are getting a divorce. I am taking my child, and I am leaving. In your dreams, Martha charged forward, trying to slap her, but Selena shoved her hard backward. The child belongs to our family. If anyone is leaving, it's you. Since we're getting a divorce, your family has absolutely nothing to do with me anymore. Selena straightened her clothes. I suggest you show some respect, because I am done indulging your insanity. Martha, stunned that Selena was actually fighting back, gritted her teeth. You ungrateful parasite. My son feeds you, he clothes you, and you have no conscience at all. Your family feeds me? Selena sneered. I'm the one who has been taking care of your entire family. Your son doesn't lift a finger at home. I manage everything. And you think I owe you? Martha's face turned purple. If it weren't for my son, could you live in a luxury condo? Could you wear those nice clothes? Then why don't you ask your son? Selena shot back. When he first opened his restaurant, who pulled all the strings to get the permits? When he was drowning in work, who quit their high six-figure corporate accounting job to manage his books for free? Would he have achieved any of this without me? That was my son's own hard work. It has nothing to do with you. Martha screamed. Brad was equally furious. Everything I have today, I earned with my own 2 hands. You just balanced a few ledgers. I could hire any fresh college grad off the street to do what you did. Selena took a deep breath. Fine. If that's how it is, then I have nothing left to hesitate over. From this day forward, I have absolutely nothing to do with your family. Walking out that door, Selena felt an overwhelming sense of relief. For years, she had contorted herself into the perfect wife. She had managed the home so he wouldn't have any worries. When his business needed help, she sacrificed her own thriving career. She cared more about his success than he did, and in the end, it amounted to, I could hire any college grad to do what you did. When the divorce papers and asset division agreement were delivered, Brad's family reacted with violent outrage. Martha even showed up at Selena's mother's neighborhood, spreading rumors that Selena was having an affair. She publicly declared that unless Selena agreed to walk away with absolutely nothing and hand over full custody of the child, they would never sign the divorce papers. They frantically began hiding assets, selling properties under the table, fabricating fake debts, and making bogus investments. They were incredibly busy, but they seemed to have forgotten one crucial detail. Selena was a forensic accountant who used to work at a top-tier corporate law firm. They were literally handing her leverage on a silver platter. Selena compiled all the evidence of their financial fraud and had her former law firm colleagues deliver it to Brad. After a thorough explanation of the federal penalties for perjury and hiding marital assets, Brad quietly signed the papers. Selena divided their business assets ruthlessly. She didn't want the restaurant. She liquidated her equity for $2 million in cash. Combined with the properties and bank accounts, she walked away with $12 million. So what if you took the cash? Martha mocked her outside the civil registry office. We still have the golden goose. My son will make that money back in 2 years. Then he'll find an 18-year-old girl to give me a big, fat grandson. But you, a 30-year-old single mom with baggage? Let's see who'd ever want to marry you. Selena wasn't angry. She just smiled calmly. Just remember to transfer the child support on the 1st of every month. You just wait. Martha trembled with rage. Without you acting like a dictator, my son's restaurant is going to thrive. I'll be watching, Selena replied coolly, leaving Martha gasping for air. To prove that they were better off without her, Brad's family began a massive restructuring of the restaurant. First, Martha fired more than half the staff. She claimed it was better to hire their own relatives. They were cheaper and more trustworthy. Soon, the HR manager, overwhelmed by the chaotic terminations, was also driven out. Even the executive chef was fired. With his salary, I could hire 10 cooks off the street, Martha declared. Brad let his mother run wild. He believed his foundation was rock solid and his regular clientele would never leave. Without Selena playing the nagging wife, he finally had the freedom to live it up. Before long, rumors spread that he was dating a young girl and they were preparing to get married. Martha even had the audacity to mail Selena a wedding invitation. Selena didn't get mad. She simply texted Brad a legal link. Just a heads up, the bride is under the legal age of consent. Statutory rape is still a felony in this state. The wedding was abruptly canceled. During this time, Selena took her daughter traveling to all the places she had always wanted to visit. But as the months passed, a sense of emptiness crept in. While chatting with some former colleagues, she heard that the restaurant's VIP client group chat was exploding with complaints. I don't even dare eat there anymore, one former manager texted. To save on the water bill, the old lady won't let the prep cooks wash the vegetables properly, and she refuses to let them throw away leftover food. She forces the kitchen to replate half-eaten dishes and serve them to the next table. That's nothing, another chimed in. In the hotel wing, she doesn't let housekeeping change the bed sheets after guests check out. She says if it doesn't look dirty, it can be used for a few more days. How can the boss let his mom get away with this? Why wouldn't he? Operating costs were slashed in half this month. He's thrilled. Selena read the messages, feeling a pang of regret. Most of those VIP clients were people she had personally recruited, bending over backward to build those relationships. Brad didn't cherish a single one of them. As she scrolled her phone, a quote caught her eye. Why break your back building a man's empire when you can just build your own? A light bulb went off in her head. She was right. She could do this herself. When she was married, she poured her entire soul into Brad's business. She had brainwashed herself into believing that sacrificing her career for his was what made a marriage work. But her absolute dedication meant nothing to him. Instead of letting someone else reap the rewards, she would build it for herself. Selena immediately began scouting locations and secured a prime spot downtown. When her former colleagues heard the news, they immediately reached out, asking if they could come work for her. She welcomed them with open arms and even hired back the original executive chef Brad had fired. Brad caught wind that she was opening a rival restaurant and called her. For the sake of our past marriage, let me give you some advice. Don't waste your time. Take the settlement money and raise the kid. Business isn't a game for women to play. Selena hung up on him. He truly believed she didn't know how to run the business she had secretly managed for years. After a month of intense preparation, Selena's new restaurant opened its doors. Though the square footage was smaller than Brad's, the location was exponentially better, and the foot traffic was massive. With her deep experience, the business stabilized quickly. The regulars began pouring in. When Martha found out, she marched straight to the front doors of Selena's restaurant and started screaming like a banshee. I knew you were a scheming snake. My son makes money in hospitality, so you try to steal his business. Let me tell you, it's never gonna happen. If you think bad management kills a business, wait until a customer finds a cigarette butt in their recycled soup. Part 3 is where the empire burns to the ground.